In this question, you will be asked to talk about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare a response and 45 seconds to record the response.
If you had an entire month to do whatever you would like to do, what would it be? Include details and examples to support your selection.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep. In this question, you will read a short passage, listen to a talk, and answer a question about them. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare a response and 60 seconds to record the response.
The University of Hartsdale has responded to budget constraints by eliminating some academic departments from its College of Liberal Arts. The campus newspaper printed the following report about the announcement of the department cuts. You have 45 seconds to read the report. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students as they discuss the announcement.
Did you see about those 3 departments being cut next year? It's a shame.
Maybe. But there were only 2 or 3 professors in each of those programs, and none of them are being let go. They're just being moved to bigger departments, like the folklore professors are going to be in anthropology. They'll still do the same research and teach the same classes.
They haven't let any professors go? I thought this was supposed to save money.
Well, it will. Each department has to have an administrative office with a secretary and a budget manager. Those things add up. Moving the professors to bigger departments means big savings on operations.
But it still means students have fewer options for majors, right?
You could say that, I guess. On the other hand, each of those departments only had, 1 major per year to begin with. They just weren't very popular. I really don't think we're going to be losing any important scholarship just because those things aren't full departments anymore.
The man explains his opinion of the announcement made by the College of Liberal Arts. State his opinion and explain the reasons he gives for holding that opinion.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep. In this question, you will read a short passage, listen to a talk, and answer a question about them. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare a response and 60 seconds to record the response. Now read the passage about a topic in psychology. You will have 45 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
So, we encounter this in life all the time, but many of us are unaware that we do this, even psychologists who study it, like me. For example, the other day I was at the store and I was getting in line to buy something. But just before I was actually in line, some guy comes out of nowhere and cuts right in front of me. Well, I was really annoyed and thought, that was rude. I assumed he was just a selfish, inconsiderate person, when in fact I had no idea why he cut in line in front of me, or whether he even realized he was doing it. Maybe he didn't think I was actually in line yet. But my immediate reaction was to assume he was a selfish or rude person. Okay, so a few days after that, I was at the store again, only this time I was in a real hurry. I was late for an important meeting, and I was frustrated that everything was taking so long. And what's worse, all the checkout lines were long, and it seemed like everyone was moving so slowly. But then I saw a slightly shorter line. But some woman with a lot of stuff to buy was walking toward it, so I basically ran to get there first before her. And, well, I did. Now, I didn't think of myself as a bad or rude person for doing this. I had an important meeting to get to. I was in a hurry, so, I had done nothing wrong.
Explain how the two examples discussed by the professor illustrate differences in the ways people explain behavior.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
In this question, you will listen to part of a lecture and answer a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare a response and 60 seconds to record the response. Now listen to part of a lecture in a child development class.
Okay, Young Children and Art. Research suggests that learning art skills can benefit a young child's development. Two of the ways it can do this is by providing a platform to express complex emotions and by encouraging persistence. Now, what do I mean when I say a platform to express complex emotions? Young children have limited vocabulary. So how would they communicate the feeling of pride, for example? A drawing, though, making a drawing of feeling proud, this is something a young child could do. So a little girl might draw herself jumping up in the air next to her bike. In the drawing, her arms are raised up in the air and she's smiling. Children can communicate their emotions, whether positive or negative, through the drawing better than they could with words. And encouraging persistence? Well, art skills can help children to develop patience and concentration to persist in an activity, the willingness to keep trying to reach a goal. So, suppose there's a little boy who wants to mold a lump of clay into the shape of a car. The first attempt doesn't look too much like a car. He's disappointed, but wants to try again. The second, third, fourth try still don't look quite right, but there's improvement with every attempt. So after some time, he gets to the point where he's satisfied with his creation. The newly shaped clay car is an instant reminder of an accomplishment, a success resulting from his persistence. The boy may be able to transfer this lesson toward other situations and activities because, well, he's had the experience of successfully accomplishing a goal through hard work.
Using points and examples from the talk, explain how learning art can impact a child's development.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.